Here's the Deal is brought to you by VEBS, Veteran Essential Business Services. We are your business air support. We have your six. You served your country faithfully. Now it's time to blaze your own path. Here's the Deal is a show for veterans, by veterans, to discuss real-world issues on how to start and run your own business. It's a cross between Dave Ramsey, Maria Bartiromo, and Joe Rogan. This is not academia. It's the truth. Here's the deal. Here's the Deal is proud to present our very first sponsor. It's B&G Chicago Catering. If you're in the mood for fresh, authentic Chicago-style favorites, check out B&G Chicago Catering. Founded by two Marine vets, and no, there's no crayon flavors involved here. B&G Chicago Catering is professional mobile food cart service, well-suited for large crowds and intimate gatherings. Currently serving the Metro Phoenix and Metro Tucson areas. B&G Chicago Catering will drive up to your next event, business storefront, or private party. Chicago classics like Chicago dogs, my personal favorite is the Italian beef, bratwurst, Polish sausage. They got tamales and more. All their food is made to order, hot and fresh, using only Vienna products. B&G Chicago Catering comes fully equipped and takes care of all the cleanup. So if you're looking for a way to give back to your employees and all the efforts they've been putting forth this year, need a last-minute option for a small, intimate birthday party, need to spotlight your storefront reopening, which hopefully they all get there soon, check out B&G Chicago Catering. You can find them at www.bgchicagocatering.com. You can follow on Instagram at BG Chicago Catering 520. Give them a call at 520-262-7596. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is your host, Chris Flowers. Here's the Deal. I'm proud to announce the partnership between the City of Surprise and the AZ Tech Accelerator, which where the show is now coming to you from. City Surprise, known them for years. Julie Neal, the whole economic development team, the mayor. They're great for small business. They really go all out. They actually repurposed their old city hall. They could have sold the property. They could have, leased it out, whatever. But what they did is they repurposed it as an innovation hub for small businesses here in the City of Surprise. They do technology, innovation, collaborative co-workspace. So you have that shared workspace that a lot of people like to use now rather than leasing, an expensive office space. They also even have small business resource counseling, where I'm a speaker on business lending here quite a bit. And also they have free education webinars. So if you're a small business and you're located near the City of Surprise, maybe you're working from home, kind of outgrowing your space. You want to be around some, maybe some other people, get innovative and collaborative, things like that. Come check out AZ Tech Accelerator. Come talk to Julie Neal. She's the host here. She takes care of it. This is her baby. So come talk to Julie, and you'll find that working with the City Surprise is a great resource for you and your business. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your host, Chris Flowers of Here's the Deal, and just coming to you today, just being kind of honest about some things. Just sometimes you're gonna hit those roadblocks, gonna hit those walls, and it's gonna feel like, okay, we talk about those challenges and choices, and you're looking up at the mountain and it looks impossible, but it's just one of those things that giving up's not an option, right? When you're trying to pursue something, when there's something that's really just deep in your heart that you're you're trying to pursue, everything's gonna come at you in a million different directions, and it's gonna get you to want to lay down, want to ring the bell, want to quit, but that's not what we do, especially as veterans. I know, like I said, I know, of course, when I was younger as a kid, everybody has a dream. You want to play in the NFL and all this other stuff, maybe in the NHL or Major League Baseball or whatever. Well, God knows that ship for me is sailed a long time ago, if it ever even left the dock. But those days are definitely over. That dream, I think I finally gave up on that about 15 minutes ago. But no, I'm just kidding. But just maybe that's not going to work out, but I know that in this podcast thing, you know, I just think I have a real passion for, and you know, it's to, you know, also help other people and inspire them, and you know, live their dreams. You got to know that one thing that you can sustain. You know, like this, I can sustain this. You know, this is something we can do. Keep moving forward and keep refreshing and keep bringing on good guests, which we got more lined up as well. So just got to remember, you know, sometimes in your dream, when you're pursuing your passion, you know, you may have to modify some things, you know, you may have to modify some timelines. You may have to maybe set, you know, you had a goal of, you know, hitting this mark. Okay, well, maybe that mark didn't happen quite as fast as you want it, but does that mean you're going to give up? No, we're not giving up at all, you know. It's the thing, it's like if you quit on that thing, you know, like I said, if you quit doing that one thing that you know you can do, it's like, you know, this is not impossible. You know, yeah, okay, playing the NFL, like 1% of the people like playing the NFL, okay. Again, plus I'm going on 50 years old, you know, come on. That's never going to happen. But you know what I'm saying, though? This thing right here, yeah, there's some days, like I said, I'm kind of you get a little discouraged or whatever. You're kind of like, you know, what am I doing? You know, so, and I have, I say visions for this. I know where I want it to go. You know, I know where I want to, you know, what I want it to do. I know what I want it to sound like. I know what I want it to look like. I know what I want it to feel like. And is it happening as fast as I would like it to? No, it's not. Definitely, I knew it wouldn't be easy. You know, I know that. Plus, I know the things that I lack that are very important, like a lot of the technical skills. So, still trying to look for some help, somebody can come alongside, because, like I said, I know fumbling around with this thing, what would take me 5 hours would take somebody that actually knew what the hell they were doing in like 15 minutes. You know, so I'm trying to get a little help on maybe some editing and things like that. So if you're out there, you want to help a, you know, podcast that's going to, you know, kick ass for a long time, you want to get on board the train now before it leaves the station. I'm going to remember you when this thing starts really taking off and making money. You're coming with me. So if you want to help me out now, more than happy to bring you on board. But I know what I lack, and I know that's part of the one thing that's really frustrating the shit out of me. It's like, if we can get that one piece, that one technical help piece, this thing I think can really take off. And I know it can. I just have to be a little more patient with it. And that's one thing I am not. You can ask my wife. I'm very amazingly hard on myself. And I'm a very, you know, impatient. And I drive and smash my head into the wall. And I know that's one thing for myself. Sometimes I gotta learn to back off the gas pedal a little bit. I have all the drive all day. Like, this thing ain't going anywhere. I'm just gonna keep fumbling around with it, and then just gonna keep, you know, spitting out words and try to. Like I said, the guests I have lined up, I just got to get them, you know, booked and then, you know, get them going and things like that. But like I said, there's 24 hours in a day, and we're working on that. Again, it's there. The foundation's there. The purpose is there. I know I have the right heart behind, so I'm trying to inspire veterans to pursue their passions and their dreams. And I know, like I said, there's nothing fallible about that. And I'm trying to give them as many tools as I can to accomplish that. So I'm going to keep driving on. I'm going to keep driving harder, you know. But it's the thing, if you quit, if you just stop, if you're like, it's too hard, it's too much, you say, instead of maybe maybe you can pull back, you know, reevaluate what you've done, what worked, what hasn't worked, revamp a couple things. Like I said, modify your timelines, modify maybe your goal a little bit, make it a little more long term. Like, you want to do, you know, X amount of this by this date. Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, why didn't it happen? What could we modify? And when can we reestablish that goal, and when we can make that happen? Sometimes it takes those hard looks, you know, hard looks at yourself, hard looks at okay, what did I do wrong? What did I not do? What effort did I not put in? What, you know, how can I elicit help? That's one thing for me. Like I said, I'm trying to elicit some help with this tech stuff because I know tech for me is not where I'm at. It's not my strength. The more time I'm on the keyboard, we're losing money, and I know that. So, trying to elicit people that can maybe come alongside. I don't have I can pay 1 million people if I have the budget for it, but right now it's just not there. But when it comes in, like I said, get on board this thing now. When it comes in, you'll be there when the payday comes. If you share the vision with me. But like I said, that being said, I'm just gonna keep moving this thing forward because you ever listen to that speech? Maybe some of you probably out there are too young. You've ever heard a speech by Jim Valvano? I remember that speech. I remember when he gave it. And he's talking about don't give up. He had cancer. This is when they very first started. Was like in the 90s, like early 90s. Like they started the Jimmy V Foundation and everything like that. And he had the best attitude ever. So the guy's got riddled with cancer. He's like, you know what? It can't touch my mind. It can't touch my spirit. It can't touch my soul. It was like, wow, man. You know what I mean? That guy's got cancer. Big time basketball coach, NC State, Rutgers, all that. And he's battling for his life, but he has a smile on his face. He's like, hey, you gotta live every day, you gotta laugh every day, you gotta be emotional every day. You gotta think. It's like, wow. So sometimes you gotta pull back and you gotta do those things. I know that's what I'm trying to learn myself. I'm talking to myself maybe right now more than I'm talking to you guys, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm doing this podcast for you guys or I'm doing it for me. This might be a little microphone therapy or whatever you want to call it. But hey, whatever, somebody might be doing the exact same thing, like thinking, hey, I feel exactly the same way. So hopefully this works. If not, then, I guess you can turn it off. But it's just kind of where I'm at right now. But I looked at Jimmy V. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you can't give up, man. Because if you give up, it'll never happen. So maybe this thing doesn't happen as fast as I want it to. Maybe it's not where I want it to be right now. Maybe it's not. Like I said, I got a million ideas and a million visions in my head, right? Where I want it to go and what I want it to look like and feel and sound and all this other stuff. But is that going to happen today or tomorrow? Maybe not. But it sure as shit is going to happen. That much I can guarantee you. The one thing I know, I said, you got to take pride in those little victories. Because like I said, when I got that phone call Saturday, and the guy told me, he's like, or it was an email. He said, hey, I heard your fail big speech, man. And it got me inspired to start my YouTube channel. I'm like, that right there. Boom, that set me flying. I was like, yes, I was like pumped up. It was just one person, but it was that one. I reached somebody. Somebody started. He said the exact same thing. Like Mario kicked me in the ass. Mario from Fallen 360, he kicked me. And he's like, just get on the mic and just do it, man. Like I said, I had my iPhone and my earbuds, man. It sounded like shit, but I just did it anyway. The content was good, but it sounded like crap. But Mario gave me that kick in the ass. I didn't necessarily quote unquote give this guy a kick in the ass. I didn't talk to him. He just heard the show. He heard that failed big show with Denzel Washington, and it got him to do it. And he launched it, and he did it. And actually, he's got like this damn Don Cornelius voice. His voice is smooth as hell. I was like, damn, sounds good. It's like he's got that total radio voice. It totally, like, I was like, damn, Don Cornelius. All right, go ahead there, Barry. It's all like Barry White. I was like, damn, that's cool, man. He did good. He did real good. So I was happy about that. I was happy he did it, and I was happy. I was like, yes, my show, inspired him. That's cool. Sometimes you're gonna get those, but if you quit, you won't find that little thing, man. You won't get that little surge. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, it makes me pray a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta pray harder, and just ask God to give me the sustainability to to keep the drive up and keep this thing going, and maybe give me that person that can kind of come alongside with me and help me work these glitches out that I want to work out and take the show to a new level, so that way we can advertise it more and sell it to more people and so on and so on. You know, that's just kind of where we're at right now. And I know, one thing I know is that I can do this, and I will do this. I've done worse. I've been in worse places. I've done worse things, and God has always come alongside me to make that thing happen. So I know this is far from over. This is merely the beginning, and I know a lot of you out there are doing the exact same thing. So just keep going. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Just like Jimmy V said, don't ever give up. Again, you might have to pull back a little bit. You might have to reevaluate a little bit. You might have to swallow a little pride. You might have to, put in a little extra. Like I said, I know, I pray a ton. Dig a little deeper, drive a little harder, but it can be done. You're not the first person to go through this. You're not going to be the last. So just keep going, man. Like I say, this might just be more, me talking for myself here, but hopefully some of you out there will get it, and it'll drive you forward. It'll propel you. We'll be in this thing together. We'll bond a little together here, and move this thing forward. But just like I said, just that thing that you got in your heart, you can do it, and it will happen. You just gotta find the right, tools, find the right, maybe something. So maybe you need some help, maybe you need someone to, come into this thing with you and things like that. That's going to pull the same amount of weight you are. Don't let somebody come in and just hang on and suck you dry. You got to make sure that they're pulling their weight too. They're bringing something to the table. Don't just let somebody, live off of your dream and, off of your success. Like Dave Ramsey says, the only ship that doesn't float's a partnership. So be wary of that. And I've seen that a lot too, doing the business loans that I do. They're best friends in the world. Oh yeah, we're going to partner 50-50. Everything's going to be cool, blah, blah, blah. And then one guy's doing all the work. The other guy's out fucking golfing or something, doing some bullshit. So be careful of that too. There is that side of it to where, you think you need some help. And I've had some people, come along and say, oh yeah, I can help you out. But then they wanted to take over the whole fucking show. I'm like, no, sorry. It's mine. We're going to do it my way, my style. I'm going to have on who I want to have on. You don't like it? Hit the fucking bricks. I don't give a shit because this is mine. And you got to be cool with that or fucking take a walk. I don't give a shit. So that's how we're rolling. Now, I might say, I need your technical assistance. And yeah, if, show input's cool. Yeah, you want to give some? Okay, cool. But if I go somewhere you don't want to go, well, guess what? It's my fucking show. So who gives a shit? So you don't like it? Bye. And that's okay. And like I said, this thing will happen. So don't give up, but don't sell out. Don't give up on your principles. You know what I mean? You don't want to sell out either, man. You don't want to. You started out pure. You started out with a purpose. You started out with a goal, and then you start cheapening it up and watering it down, and now yeah, I can put this on the radio, but then I can't be me. I can't do it my way. I can't do it my style. I can't have real talk, and it's gonna be all fake and plastic and coming to you. No. People want to sponsor me? Cool. They don't. Okay, they don't. That's cool. If they don't want their name associated with a show that has foul language, okay, then don't do it. Fuck it. Or whatever, or because I talk about God too. Maybe you don't like that. Well, guess what? Bye. Don't water down your dream. Don't sell out. Don't keep it. This right here, this show is not for everyone. And I'm not trying to make it for everyone. I'm trying to make it for us. I'm trying to make it for veterans. I'm trying to make it for my brothers and sisters that did DD-214, people that'll actually get it. Some other civilians will get it too. and that's cool. Come alongside, but there's some other civilians that are out there like, well, it ain't for you, so fuck off, you know. And you don't have to like it because the show wasn't meant to be for you anyway. And I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna water it down. I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna change. Well, I will always adapt and modify and maybe do some different things or do some formats and things like that. You got to be innovative at the same time. The core substance of this show is veterans talking to veterans in veteran language and shit that we understand and that we can process and take in, and that's one thing the show will always be, for sure. When you tune into this show, it's going to be real talk. It's going to be straight up, straight whiskey, no chaser kind of shit. So just know that moving forward, we are going to move forward. We're just going to keep driving on. And I appreciate everybody that's out there that is listening. I appreciate all y'all that tune in every week. I appreciate the sponsors of the show, B&G Chicago Catering, City Surprise, people that are coming alongside Mario from Fallen 360. Like I said, he's always helping out, always giving me some good feedback and some positive encouragement and stuff like that. So everybody, those guys always be special for me too. So again, like we always say at the end of the show, you got to stay tuned. You got to stay focused. Most importantly, just stay motivated. I'm out. I just like to take a second to close out the show like we always do. First of all, I got to give all thanks, honor, and glory to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, because without him, I wouldn't even be on this planet anymore, let alone being able to do this show in the position that I'm in. And, of course, I have to also give thanks and recognition to my wife and my family for just supporting me through all this and standing by me while we're going off on this new venture here. And last but not least, I got to give thanks to my brother Mario Aguirre of Fallen 360, because without him giving me the kick in the ass to get this thing started and working with me, getting me squared away on some equipment and stuff like that, and just always giving me tips and stuff, keep me moving forward. That brother is always going to be my partner in crime, so got to give thanks to him and Crystal. And, of course, to the sponsors, everybody sponsoring the show and keeping this thing afloat. If you hear about our sponsors on the show, please support them because they're supporting us and keeping everything going. So support the sponsors as well.